As the Power Rangers had to chase into space with Nasada's Mega Shuttle, from out of nowhere comes a gigantic blue spaceship that pulls it in with a tractor beam, the Astro Megaship. Hello everyone, I'm Sentai 5, and welcome to Megazord Formation. Welcome back to Megazord Formation. It's now the fall, and it's time to talk about one of the most fan-favorite Megazords of all time, and one of my own personal favorites, the Astro Megazord. But before we get started, be sure to check out all the other episodes of Megazord Formation in the playlist link down below. So now, let's rock it! The Astro Megaship was the main Zord that belonged to the Space Rangers, serving as one of their main modes of transportation. In addition, it served as their base of operations and new home, now that Divatox had destroyed the power chamber, and the team had set off to find and rescue Zordon from the United Alliance of Evil. It has a length of 37 meters, which is 121.4 feet, a width of 34 meters, which is 111.5 feet, a weight of 20,000 tons, and a speed of Mach 24. Just a quick note, the Mach 24 is from the Mega Ranger stats because that's what I use mainly for these videos, since we always see them in Sentai footage for the most part. But in Power Rangers, the Astro Megaship's speed is measured in its faster-than-light travel called Hyper Rush, with its maximum velocity listed as classified. The Astro Megaship is equipped with the Astro Mega Lasers, shields, and hyper accelerators to give it the most efficient capabilities. The ship contains 6 decks, including quarters for the Rangers, hangars for their vehicles such as the Mega Tank and Galaxy Gliders, and later Jet Jammers for the Galaxy Rangers. It also has an engine room, a secret room connected to it, and a food replicator called the Synthetron, a holographic area called the Simi-Deck, which serves as the training room for the Rangers, as well as recreational activities, jump tubes to morph and deploy on their Galaxy Gliders, a vault, and of course, the bridge. The round bridge has a main screen up front, computers surrounding it for navigation and sensor purposes, and finally the center consoles, which has stations for all of the Rangers whenever the Megaship was taken into battle. In addition, the main computer system called Deca would monitor systems and communicate through cameras all throughout the ship. And lastly, the front of the ship housed the Mega Shuttle. In Mega Ranger, it was known as Megaship. And speaking of the Mega Shuttle, the Mega Shuttle has a length of 11 meters, which is 36.1 feet, a width of 13.5 meters, which is 44.3 feet, a weight of 150 tons, and a speed of Mach 3. Just like the Megaship, the Mach 3 is from the Mega Ranger stats, as the shuttle also uses Hyper Rush velocity. It has no real defense mechanisms or any other function than to provide transportation for the Rangers, and combined with the Astro Megaship, which was done via code from a black box that would be later installed into the Megaship. In Mega Ranger, it was known as Mega Shuttle. And speaking of combining, when it's time to take things to the next level, it's time for Astro Megazord power. The front of the Megaship opens up to deploy the Mega Shuttle. The Mega Shuttle flies around as the Megaship continues to split open, then transforming into the head, docking on top of the body, to form the Astro Megazord. The Astro Megazord stands at a height of 55 meters, which is 180.4 feet, a width of 29 meters, which is 95.1 feet, a weight of 20,150 tons, and a power of 50 million horsepower. It's capable of fighting in space and on planetary surfaces. It's also equipped with the Astro Megazord Saber, which has 2 versions of its finisher, the Astro Megazord Shield and the Astro Megazord Blaster, which is formed from the Mega Shuttle booster. The booster could also separate and attach to both sides and the bottom of the Megaship, but this was never seen in the show, just the toys only. In addition, the Astro Megazord had a second version of its transformation, which was done when the Megaship was either in the troposphere or the stratosphere of a planet instead of the planet's orbit. In addition, it could be controlled without the Rangers present, as seen early on in the show. In Mega Ranger, it was known as Galaxy Mega. The design of the Astro Megazord was created by Plex. It pays homage to the Denji Fighter and Denji Robo from Denji Man. The final design pretty much retains itself from the concept art, but there was one design close to the end with a different chest. There's a plethora of early concept art that was drastically different. For starters, Mega Ranger was originally going to be called Giga Ranger. There was plans to make the Astro Megazord a standard 5-piece combination, starting out as a combination of all 5 space vehicles, but this was eventually changed. Another concept art was a 5-piece robo of the Rangers' digital technology symbols that you would see on their helmets. A very interesting idea in my opinion. The traditional 5-piece space vehicle idea would be carried over into the idea of the Mega Voyager later on. The idea of the team having a 5-piece robo was changed to a transforming robo due to keeping it cost-friendly, especially with the collapse of Japan's bubble economy a few years prior, and the need to differentiate the robo from years past. The space vehicle idea would remain in other concepts from different types of spaceships, some of which are reminiscent of 80s Sentai carrier mecha, and some classic sci-fi inspired ideas, to a transforming space colony, which is really unique. Ultimately, we got the finalized shuttle and space design that's iconic to this very day. Designed by Julie Boulder, the interior of the megaship was heavily inspired by Star Trek, specifically the USS Enterprise and other Federation starships, even having similar technologies such as a food replicator and the Simudeck, which is the Power Rangers version of Star Trek's holodeck, serving the exact same purpose. Even the megaship itself is kind of shaped like the USS Defiant from Star Trek Deep Space Nine, with a similar bridge layout and viewing screen. Not to mention there's a little bit of Star Wars in there as well. When the megaship jumps to hyper rush velocity, it's like watching the Millennium Falcon jump to light speed. The cockpit of the Astro Megazord was located at the top of the Megazord's head in the Mega Shuttle component. All 5 Rangers were seated with control panels and diagrams all around in a blue background with joysticks and buttons on their consoles. Now, let's move on to the lore. The Astro Megaship was created by Zordon and Alpha 5 on Eltar, and while it's not stated, it's implied that they had some help from Nasada, namely from Commander Norquist, especially with the Mega Shuttle and having a code to combine both into the Megazord as part of Zordon's master plan. It eventually came into the possession of Andros, the Red Space Rangers, some few years before the season takes place, where he eventually encounters the 4 Turbo Rangers. After they become a team, it serves as the Power Rangers' first mobile base of operations, taking them to any planet and any galaxy, as well as serving as their new home. Early on, it was taken over by Astronema and the Ninja Turtles under her evil spell, but luckily the Rangers escaped on the Mega Shuttle, preventing the use of the Megazord. The Astro Megazord would later combine with the Delta Megazord and assist the Rangers throughout the year until it was retired and turned into a museum on Earth's space colony, Terra Venture, as it set out to find a new world just a year later. It would quickly be taken back into service as Kai and Damon would take it through a wormhole to the planet Miranoi to save their future Ranger team, setting forth the events of Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, now assisting them when needed. Eventually the Megaship is destroyed as it self-destructs in a last-ditch effort to escape Trakina and the Scorpion Stinger. 3 years later, the Astro Megaship would have a successor, the Astro Megaship Mark II, built on the construction yards of KO-35, retaining the exterior and interiors, which would be used by the 10 Red Rangers at the time to stop the remaining Machine Empire forces on the moon. In Forever Red, it's never confirmed nor even stated that it has a Megazord mode, but it could be implied based on Power Rangers Cosmic Fury, assuming that the Mark II is what we see in the finale. The Astro Megaship would also appear in the Boom Studios comics with Andros and Zane teaming up with the Omega Rangers. In Mega Ranger, the Megaship was one of INET's base of operations against the Neji Regia, created by some of the world's greatest minds under Professor Kubota. It wasn't designed for deep space and acted more of a technological base of operations. It assisted the Mega Ranger team throughout the year, until it was badly damaged in the series endgame, but luckily it was repaired in time and returned for Gingaman vs Mega Ranger. Also making appearances in Gokaiger 199 Great Hero Battle and Superhero Senki. The Astro Megazord was portrayed by Kazutoshi Yokoyama. Whereabouts of the suit are currently unknown, but have been seen in multiple shows and exhibits in Japan over the years. The filming model is currently in the possession of Hasbro, and possibly might be sold at the upcoming Power Rangers auction. Some notable battles of the Astro Megazord are its debut in From Out of Nowhere, its fight against Ecliptor, when Alpha and Dekka controlled it, its fight against the Delta Megazord, its fight against Psycho Red, Black, and Yellow, when it helped the Galaxy Megazord fight Psycho Pink in The Power of Pink, and its final appearance in the Power Rangers Cosmic Fury finale, helping fight off Lord Zedd's Squid Ink army. Now, let's move on to the merchandise. The Astro Megazord has gotten quite a bit of merchandise over the years, starting with the deluxe releases in both the Mega Ranger and In Space toy lines. It included lights and sounds activated when the arms and head were attached to the body. There was also a lucky draw gold-plated version from the Televicoon contest. There was the standard non-transforming special-sized versions of the Astro Megaship and Megazord released in both toy lines. There was a Grip Fighter Mega Shuttle that was intended for release in both toy lines, but only saw a release in the Mega Ranger toy line in the end. There was a Mini-Plug Galaxy Mega in the Mega Ranger toy line. The In-Space toy line had the 5-inch Astro Megazord and Megaship figure playsets, the Astro Megazord trading card set, a jumbo version of the Astro Megazord, and 3 versions of it in the Digizord toy line. The Astro Megazord would see 2 re-releases in the Lost Galaxy toy line, starting with the Astro Galactic Megazord in its beautiful black and gold glory. I personally own this one, and it's absolutely fantastic. The next release was a recolored 5-inch Astro Megaship. In 2004, Galaxy Mega would get a stylized action figure in the Advanced Super Sentai World line. Then in 2017, there was the Astro Megazord Build-A-Figure in the Legacy Collection line. In 2019, there was a release of the Super Mini Plug Galaxy Mega. And finally, in 2023, Hasbro released the Zord Ascension Project Astro Megazord, which is one of the most anticipated releases and unfortunately had some clip issues. And that's pretty much it for the merchandise. Now, let's move on to the fan segment.
Hello Ranger community, this is Josh at Living Ranger Key here from Toku Topics, and I wanted to be part of this Megazord formation episode because my favorite Megazord in all of Power Rangers is the Astro Megazord. Look at that nice reflection in the chrome. Hi, there I am in that chrome. And this is the Zap version, which I have on my little Zap display here with the black and gold Megazord. Dragon Zord's chilling up there. Cool display, terrible toys. So I have this vintage, Red Ranger figure. I don't know what the specific name of this one was, but just got Andros on his Galaxy Glider. And then I have the Astro Mega Ship and the box art t-shirt that they sold in Hasbro Pulse. Now you're probably wondering, why is this so caked in dust, Oh, and that's because, while I've wanted to own an Astro Megazord for like 20 years, because I've always loved that it's the Ranger's home. And I've loved the whole functionality with the little Mega Shuttle. And it's a Transformer. It's a Transformer more than it is like a typical like Zord. And the original 90s one always has these cannons missing, which you still can pull off on the Zap. But basically, I also want to be part of this episode of Megazord Formation because it gives me an excuse to actually touch this thing again. Because I never did a review of the Zap Astro Megazord. And mainly it's because this thing is terrible. As you can maybe see, right there, a couple other little places, mine had pre-chipped chrome. But the Rangers are in there, setting those controls to outer space. And me, I'm setting Andros back down on this thing and probably never transforming it again. So I do finally own my favorite Megazord, and it is not the best one that it could have been. Thanks, 5.
And that pretty much does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to check out all the other Megazord formation videos in the playlist link down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Join me next time as we answer the Phantom Ranger's message on the planet Hercuron with the Delta Megazord. Until then, be well, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.